simple, contemporary look on a old 30-year-old bike. It is a really aggressive riding stance when you ride it. It is loud, throaty, and it just begs for attention, just like most of my builds. Bright red, stops on a dime. The braking power on the bike surpasses the power, obviously, because the front end is off a bike 20 years newer. Hi, this is Jeff of JTEC MOTO. This is one of my latest builds. It's a 82 Yamaha Virago XV750. So the client, he was actually my first order commission way back when I first started JTEC MOTO. He was the first one to order a bike, and he rode it for a couple of years, and then since then I've built, I don't know, like 15 plus bikes and doing more modern takes with my builds, and he wanted to do like a remodel of the bike, basically. So from a vintage setup to a more futuristic kind of look, but while maintaining like the key vintage setups or the key old school setups like the open V-twin. With this setup of the front end, because we're going for more contemporary light, I got rid of the bucket round headlight, and I went with this little custom setup. So this is actually a lens protector for a GSX-R, I believe. I'm not quite sure, but yeah, a modern bike. And I just kind of molded it and cut it and made it fit, kind of made it floating. Projectors off it's like a universal car projector. And we put a HID bulb with a ballast for it. But yeah, it looks kind of high-tech, modern, contemporary, future looking, which goes with the rest of the look that I'm trying to go for. The front end is a 04 R6, I believe, the whole entire front end. We just machined the stem, the Virago stem, to fit into the R6 triple tree. The gauge is a Koso OLED gauge, LED, small little setup. It has everything from RPM to odometer to speedometer, all sorts of temperature signals and all that too. So it's a nice little tight package, and it doesn't even look like there's a gauge on the bike until you turn it on. The grips are built well, and these are just universal levers and mirrors, eBay, you know. So the tank is a 2002 CB1000. They stopped the CBs here in the US, so it's a UK or European tank. And like I said, this was the centerpiece of the bike, so we made it fit, and everything stemmed from this tank. The client wanted like a pastel red, so we went ahead and did the base coat red and just put a satin clear. Yeah, and this is a gray metallic that we use to just add contrast. So we wanted to do a really small minimalist seat. Like I said, we wanted the tank to just be the main centerpiece of the bike. So everything here in this area I made, from the seat to the rear cowl, molded out of sheet metal. Went with the simple design subframe. I almost wanted the subframe to be invisible, but the lines of it actually look pretty cool, so we just decided to match the engine with the aluminum look. So the rear taillight is a Radiance flexible LED taillight. You know, probably the most taillight, like number one taillight I use for most of my builds, just because they're so easy to tuck in. The rear shock is a R6 shock, 2004, I believe, or same year as the front end. So the battery is an 8-cell ballistic battery. We threw it underneath. There's a lot of room underneath since the stock exhaust is not there anymore. So the rear wheel is a second generation Virago. A lot of people do it with the front ends because it's 5-spoke and it matches the 5 spokes of the front wheels. I custom made the exhaust, and they don't combine, they're two separate pipes. They're just parallel to each other. We adjusted the baffles, or I played with the baffles inside to give it the tone that I wanted. A little raspy, deep tone. The wheels are R6 as well. Same year, same as the rotors are also R6, and the calipers as well are R6 calipers. The tires are Shinkos. We went a few sizes bigger, as much as we could, but now there's a finger gap, just to give it that meaty look.